What?
All right, good morning, good late morning Fed Day. Mike V from TradeGATEHub, sponsored at TradeView Markets, as you can see right there on my site. It's like I said, it's Fed Day, 2.5, 3 hours away, depending on where you are. I'm in Eastern time. Everybody knows I'm in New York, at least for the time being, the majority of the time of the year. Not okay. So it's still stock picking. If you didn't do anything, if you're in positions right now that you're down on or that you're up on, you have to reevaluate them. Like I do all the time. If I wasn't in this position now, would I enter this position here or consider it here? If not, scale out. If the other way, and vice versa, you know what I mean? As I look at my screen here, you can see that they're just, like I said, the indices are irrelevant. Everybody knows the S&P and IWM in the rotation, but as you can see here, stocks like AI still acting very well long term. SoFi, which I thought was toppy, continuing to going like this major move. Shopify, a beautiful continuation on a flag breakout last evening. That was a good chart. Good take. What else you have? And Nike up $4. You had Target and active investors activist investors looking at it. Same with AAP. I was taking all the pain down here, buying it for a week straight at 63. If you turn around, it's all of a sudden it's up, what, 10%, 12%. So here we are in the indices, the charts. As I said before, if you didn't make any money now, it's all chopped, and it's been chopped basically for the last couple of days. Like I said, have a plan and know what you can handle. It's not about the market at this point. There's always another trade. It's about knowing, what you can do and what you can handle at any particular time. And the best way to know that is to get a TradeView Markets demo. And, it's simulated. I traded like this Fed Day. I don't know. I'm going to tell you how many years ago, I had to learn. It took me 3-4 years to learn. I'm trading real money to get hurt. There was, what was it, gonna write down on paper? Hey, I bought that. Everybody makes money on paper. Everybody. I never met a losing paper trader. So definitely get the TradeView Markets demo. Going to help you right through it. Look at this IONQ. Everybody was chirping about this. It's a one of these AI plays. You know what I mean? Everybody wanted to add to it. It popped, it ripped. 1150 back down to 1070 IONQ. What a rip like that. Like if you're not BWV. How about this? $1.28. Everybody knows that. I can't tell you. I sold 200. Let's go to this. Settings. Start time. Let's go to 6:30 a.m. I literally was selling 200,000 BW. My first, I had the stock closed. My average price is, where's my average price? Is it showing the chart here? Just want to teach a lesson. My average price was stock closed at what? 81. My average price, I think, was 111. 111. All right. So I'm in 200,000. My average price, actually, yeah, my 188,000 price is 211. Stock popped. All right. So I'm selling some 140. Why does it say 14 shares? That's absurd. All right, sold another part. The moving average today was, what was the moving average? 200 day was 130. So that's where this morning I started selling a little bit above it. Then I sold the majority of it at 181, maybe 180. I was hoping for $3. Another, 10 cents on 200,000 shares at 20 grand. So, but you know what? The majority was sold, I would say, on average, probably 170. Stock's 130 now. So I got out. I'm not a beggar. So I moved on there. Oracle, day delay, still acting well. Microsoft, Apple, same thing. The megas run. I had that long coin. They can't take it down. Disney, holding a base. GM, same thing. Listen, let's go. It's up. This is what I'm looking for in a day like today. And I'll go to TradeGATEHub. Okay. Normally, when I'm taught by my mentors, it really doesn't matter because if the stock is strong, pardon me, this is an interest rate, this is a different environment. They're going to go plug reversed. So typical. Plug's another example of one of those stocks that are going out. Pardon me a second. SoFi. Another stock that I'm hearing about. What am I on? BSY. If I'm jumping, that's okay. You're gonna learn a lot of them. BSY, these guys are in this thing. I keep hearing about this BSY. BSY still has room. Bentley Systems got a cool name. BSY. Okay. I want to see stocks making good moves like a Shopify, like an Oracle. I know the stretch the short term, but depending on your style, my point being is as I go to TradeGATEHub and finish here, is like I said, I'm going to sign in just the same as everybody else. Submit preferences. My submit preferences is how you doing. All right, TradeGATEHub. The point being is this: I log in just the same as everybody else. Okay. Hi. Good morning. Okay. Fear and greed. It doesn't really. It's rotational. So they sell off mega taps. They'll go into oil. There's places to hide. Let me go to yesterday. Paul, thanks for posting. TJ left us. He started his own service. That's all right. He left on a high note. He did the right thing. Okay. I want to see wise guys and what they're backing, what they're in. After the Fed number or decision, if you will. After. Now they're going to be buying these weeklies or even these day options to hedge. And I understand it. That's why actually the market's staying in a range, because of this balancing of these intraday options. Pardon. Where's my boy? Okay, this is the morning update from Jesus. A lot of repeat names and a lot of green. Not the most ideal combo when looking for option to squeeze north 70%. Top action of the day, AAL, COHR. Okay, now let's look. For example, where's the freaking thing? AAL, I get it. They're all buying these travel stocks and, charts, AAL, LUV. I actually bought, LUV was the laggard. I bought the laggard. Look at the charts on Delta, way above the 200 days, ripping almost parabolic. UAL, same thing. AAL, to no surprise, but LUV, I bought the laggard a couple of days ago. I got embarrassed. I bought the laggard. I sold it. I would have made a little bit of money, but yet again, UAL, Delta were the ones to go. How about ALK? I bought a position this last year. ALK, Alaska Airlines, in a little top here in Alaska. Do I want to short it? Where is it? 50.75. This is what I think when I look at Charlie. Do I want to short? Listen, I wouldn't buy it here. Do I want to buy it on a dip? Maybe. But I think there's more opportunity waiting for a decent pullback than buying a shallow dip. So I see 50. I'm just telling you what I think. Doesn't mean it's right on a stock like this. Maybe it goes back to the 50 strike price. Then I go to the weekly. First of all, I want to see volume really coming into it. That means everybody's jumping in some sort of capitulation. As you'll see, when volume did to the downside, it also turned. So I'll go to the weekly. I'm just looking. I'm not saying the weekly shows some, like a 200-day resistance level, if you will. You can even draw the proverbial trend line, add a trend line. You can go here. Now I'm saying there are better trades, but when I see something like airlines ripping and this trend line and ALK doing this, that's what. So in paper trade, it's going to work too. AAL 50 ALK. All right, most aggressive buying chatter. As I go back to TGH is Target. I said it before. Target. So they're taking up the dollar stores. Target, a rounded bottom, if you will. Then I look at Dollar General. There you go. Then I look at Dollar Tree. Okay. Then I look at Walmart. Oh, Walmart. Look at that. I covered it. What a cover. I haven't looked at Walmart in like a week. Besides, you know what? I've looked at the number. I haven't really absorbed the chart. Look at that stock healing like that. Wow. Walmart. Big lots. One of the squeezers. Couldn't hold on. Still squeezing. Big lots. So that's what I think when I see those, that grouping. Let me go back. I'm talking out loud now. That's what I think when I go. I'm really going to dissertate. I'm going to talk out loud for a little bit. All right. Nevada going to June 23rd calls. We're in that. And I told you we're going to 500. I'm not selling it. 420, giddy up Nevada, 420. RSI still even at it overbought. Volumes coming in after shallow pullback with volume. So I look at what are the others one? SMCI hanging in there. AMD was up 5 after investor day, needs rest. Clearly, it's Nevada. Clearly. Okay, what else are they doing? I want long-term big freaking daddies. EFA, not interested. DXCM, not interested. DOC in November calls. That I'm interested in. How much? 100,000 in docking. So, look at docking. What do you do here? So docking. Nobody wanted it as one of these cloud SaaS companies. Could have had it at 21 when nobody wanted it. Now you can buy it at 47. Go to the weekly. Docking on a pullback. All right. Where are we looking for a pullback? Look at the 10-minute chart. Docking. Where's the volume? Docking pullback as healthy as 44. Then probably 42 docking if you want to look into it and you want to believe some calls. 42 and 44. That's actually not even that shallow. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. That will bring you right back to the channel. Docking, taking calls in November. Giddy up. Okay, BSY. See that? Mentioned it again. Same situation. They're going to the BSY in November. VVIX coming into a little cell tower, into a little the VIX. You know what? Where is the VIX today? Why should anybody even care? You should care because the protection going to the Fed day is as cheap as it comes here at 27. Once again, my biggest loser, and it happens once a quarter, and I have to get out of it once a quarter, is the VIX. My biggest loser. And you know what? I'm going to have to try to find another way to hedge. As a matter of fact, I will try to find another way to hedge. Pardon. Buy me 50,000. Yeah. And sandwich. Okay, VIX. Here's the daily going to the Fed number, all-time lows, or has it? This is pre-pandemic lows. So, I mean, what's it going to take? This is where I got out of the VIX here in March. It went from 42 to 58. Now my average price in this VIX is, I think, like 36. It's a horrible hold. I'm more upset of myself. But I hedged. I get it. I can rotate properly. I got my eye on it, obviously. So let's go back to what the wise guys are doing. This is another one I want to see. Nope, June, GM in June, no interest. June 23rd, no interest. Old GM, they might be pressing it into the number. Here's GM. That's a chart you want to see. Maybe it's got a little bit more juice in the punch bowl. Maybe it goes to the 40 strike. Certainly in the right direction with Tesla making the move it's making. Ford got the upgrades. You could have chased that one. Ford, oh my God. Oh, Ford. You want your positions to work sometimes, don't watch them. This is one of them. You know what I mean? Okay. Back. Ford, we'll move on. There's a chart on Ford if you didn't see it. I'm going back and forth too quickly. Ford, Axum, Netflix, June. I need to see some big ones. We're also going to move on. LI, this is the one. You could have bought NIO, just like you could have bought the chart on NIO. You could have bought NIO just like LUV, or you could have bought LI, same thing, EV maker, just the same as you could have bought UAL. Relative strength, best of breed for the time being in the group. That's another emblematic reason to buy best of breed stocks. Okay, next. Let me let this go a little bit because there's more action here. I got a position. Nike seeing due calls, not interested. Intel, Parabolic, Apple seeing for some protection. Smart. Path, some spec in weeklies, not interested. They're speculating in weeklies. I'd rather buy docking on a pullback that's got some juice in it. Overstock. Ugh. This is the stock. Look, you know what? I wouldn't. This is not for me. Overstock. This is what I see. Oh, I just said this is not for me, but it's what I see. Overstock. Charts explain. Chart says it all. You gotta look. You gotta look. The only thing you're going here for is kind of like a short squeeze. And if I'm going to do something there, I'd buy in the money calls like like August 20s, maybe August 17 and a half if they offer them. I certainly wouldn't buy stock here. Never buy options at the ask. Side note, GM looks like they're rolling. That's why they're doing. All right, for the trend waivers, SLG, Haven't seen that since Pink Panther exhaustion. Haven't seen that since the bear market ripper. A Pink Panther exhaustion means it's really, really getting overheated into Powell. Do they buy the dip or do they sell it into the news? Bottom line is you got to tune in to TGH all day, almost every day. We're an international room. Everybody is sharing from all parts of the world. New York, San Diego coach, cable guy, Paul, London. We got Gerard, Austria. Lewis is in Peru. We got our Chinese guys. We got Tim, who's in the Caymans. So we got our eyes and ears all over it, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. So, and if you did miss something, please go back to the Red TGH YouTube button and find out what we're talking about, what we're all about. Anything you would have missed, please do. What is this? Yeah, I want to leave it for a little bit. How you doing? We should be at 3,000 by the end of the summer. By the way, our marketing team is giving such a push broad, in a broad manner for TradeView markets. Everybody keep their eyes out for, all our marketing blasts, if you will, every day, hard all day. Trust me, get in there. Coach already had 88 views. Bravo, Tim. We got the three big daddies. Tim being the head of them yesterday, getting some good views. Okay, guys, so I'll leave it at that. Okay, until then. Fed at 2:00. Powell speaking. Usually the first move is the opposite move. So that, listen, be in the room to tell you how I'm going to play it. I always put my ego aside. The bottom line is I look to what sweepers do. And for it's just like a guy, being up at the craps table, a lot of money, you know what I mean? Keep going towards the pass line. So be aware of what you're buying. Don't get stuck. Start small. There's going to be enough volatility where you can piece in small and make some good money. Certainly add to the winners. And just like Tim says always, cut the weeds and water the winners, water the flowers. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. We're here all the time, guys. Thanks for tuning for posting as well. Okay. Have a plan. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in.